how can an enzyme read the energy charge? They have allosteric sites that let them recognize ATP, the high energy form, and they'll have an allosteric site that recognizes one of the two low energy forms, either ADP or AMP. So if ATP is an activator for a particular enzyme, maybe AMP acts as an inhibitor. So the enzyme can sense high energy and low energy forms, and the relative amounts of those will dictate how active that regulatory enzyme is. Is it activated or inhibited? It will depend on the relative amounts of those two forms. And these are two classic patterns that arise from that. Regulatory enzymes and catabolic pathways act like this one. A catabolic pathway like the breakdown of glucose through glycolysis and Krebs cycle. That pathway exists to generate energy. It's a breakdown pathway. It's an ATP producing set of reactions. If you look at the regulatory enzymes along that pathway, they behave this way. We're plotting the relative rate of the enzyme as a function of energy charge. Notice they have their maximum rate at low energy charge. That makes sense. If your battery status is low, you want to connect to an energy supply, right? So these are pathways that generate ATP. They are turned on maximally when energy charge is low. If the cell's energy status is in dire straits, it needs some more energy, of course you want to turn on glycolysis. So it's at its maximum rate. As the energy charge of the cell builds up, you start approaching an energy charge of 1. You don't need to break down glucose anymore for energy. So the regulatory systems shut those pathways down. This is the relative activity of the enzyme. It's turned off at high ATP. What happens in the biosynthetic side? These are ones in green here, the anabolic pathways that use ATP to push reactions that are otherwise unfavorable. It has a mirror image, a pattern to it. If there's lots of ATP, these guys are making hay while the sun shines. They're going to use that high energy status to say, okay, this is got all the energy I could possibly ask for. This is the time to make all that stuff I've been postponing. I'll make the new fatty acids for the membrane that I need or whatever. Those pathways are operating at maximal rate. If the energy status of the cell is low, down here close to 0, those biosynthetic pathways are shut off. There's no point let's say you're talking about a muscle cell, skeletal muscle cell. Okay, it's been told by your brain to fire for the last 10 minutes. Its energy charge is dropping, it's reducing ATP, it's running low on energy reserves, it's burned through its glucose, energy charge is dropping. Would that be a time to make a new replacement membrane lipid? Probably not, no. You want to use whatever energy you've got very wisely. You shut down biosynthetic reactions, they're expensive, and you would activate the catabolic